What's going on, YouTube? This is Ricky J. Welcome to another video. In this video, guys, we're going to be comparing head-to-head between Undisputed and Fight Night Champions visual damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Muhammad Ali against Roy Jones, but no one's going to be controlling Roy Jones in both games, and I'm going to just tee off on Jones. And we're going to do 5 rounds of just laying the leather on Jones's face. And then we're going to compare in between rounds the facial damage in both games, okay? I'm also going to dip in a little bit with the bare knuckle mode that exists in Fight Night Champion. And holy cow, the bare knuckle mode, the facial damage is absolutely extreme. It's impressive, man, for a game that came out in 2011 to have that kind of facial damage. You'll see it is amazing. So, yeah, so I'm going to show you just a quick little footage of the bare knuckle mode. The blood runs wild in that one, okay? So I'll show you that. But what we're going to be looking at in particular, though, is the actual boxing matches in terms of the facial damage in Undisputed and Fight Night Champion. But here we go. Round 1. This is Undisputed. Now, right now in this first round, I am just throwing jabs, straights, hooks. Not too many power punches as I'm fast forwarding right here, but I'm trying to keep Jones on his feet. Want to keep him on his feet. I'm using a lot of right hands because I want to compare the swelling on that left eye. And after the first round, if you saw Jones right there, his eye was swollen up just a touch. Just a touch, nothing too crazy. Now in Fight Night, I noticed right away that you can't throw as many punches because if you throw a lot of punches compared to Undisputed, the guys are going to go down. So I was being very mindful of the health on the bottom corner. I want to say that seeing the swelling after the first round, that slight swelling for Undisputed, I was pretty impressed with that, man. So that is pretty good. So here we go. Here's the footage after the first round of Fight Night. And that left eye is a little red, but it's looking not too bad. It's looking not too bad. And again, I couldn't knock him down. I didn't want to knock him down in the first round, but it's not looking too bad. Both games, the facial visuals aren't looking too crazy. But speaking of crazy, in this clip right here, this is after the first round in bare knuckle mode. Holy smokes, his face is a bloody and swollen mess. But here we go, round 2 in Undisputed. Again, I'm trying to focus on that left side, throwing right hands. I'm trying to throw more power shots here as I'm fast forwarding. And I was curious, you know, we saw a little bit of swelling after that first round. Let's see what's going to happen here. Now, yes, it's swollen a little bit. No blood, though. We're not seeing any blood right here. And that's a lot of people are saying when it comes to Undisputed. We want to see nosebleeds. We want to see a little bit more blood. But that swelling's not too bad, man. Not too bad at all. As we are going to move on now to Fight Night. Here we go. And in Fight Night, it was doing the same kind of concept, focusing on power shots, trying to go after that left eye. And I wanted to see, man, which game's going to crack blood first. And surprisingly, look at this. After the second round, that left eye is looking a little red. Not as swollen as Undisputed. Wow. I was actually surprised. I thought I was going to sway the other way, but when it comes to the bare knuckle mode, you know, man, you are going to see blood running wild. And I feel like in boxing games, we need to see the blood. We need to see the swollen faces. I feel like it just makes it more immersive. I don't know, makes it feel more realistic when you're punching somebody and their face just continues to swell, continues to add to the damage that you're throwing out there on them, to their face throughout the course of the fight. So What we're seeing right here is a prime example of that. I want to see this in Undisputed's final release, but maybe not this extreme. I think when it's a regular boxing match, you don't see guys swell up that quickly. But round 3, real quick, Undisputed, that left eye is looking even more swollen, but there's no blood. And mind you, I didn't want to have you guys sit through all the punches I was throwing, but I was throwing multiple jabs, straights. I was unloading the tank, and we need to see more blood in Undisputed. That swelling there is okay, but in my opinion, I want to see more. Here in Fight Night, again, I was absolutely surprised because, you know, in Fight Night, blood does exist. Cuts, bleeds, swelling does exist, but this early into the match, I wasn't seeing it, which absolutely shocked me. But this is the final piece of the bare knuckle mode. Thing is, in bare knuckle, if you throw a certain amount of punches, after a while, the referee's going to stop the fight. So this was the third and final round, and I just wanted to show you guys what Fight Night Champion's capable of doing when it comes to the visual facial damage. And this is absolutely impressive. Look at all that blood on the hands, man, for both sides. I don't know why Roy Jones has, I guess, yeah, he has blood on his hands because he keeps on rubbing his face. But you saw that too, blood on the shorts as well. And he is unable to get up here. I was trying to get up. I was swapping controllers, trying to get up as many times as I could, but I just couldn't get up that final time. And you see a glimpse here of his face, and he looks like he was in a bare knuckle fight, that's for sure. Swollen lip, swollen eyes, bloody nose, bloody face. It was unbelievable to see, man. But back to the boxing right here in Undisputed. This is round 4. At the end of round 4, what are we gonna see? And again, just seeing that swollen eye, but there's no blood, sadly, so far in Undisputed. But that's gonna be corrected. I'm really hoping that it will be corrected. And like I said earlier, that in any combat sports game, especially like a boxing game or MMA game, you want to see blood, man. You want to see the hematomas on the faces. Shoutouts to Mark Hominick. Holy cow, I was there live, UFC 129. Man, Aldo. But anyway, look at this. This is after round 4 in Fight Night. Now we're seeing a cut. We're seeing a cut, and we're seeing that left eye swollen up a little bit. And that's what we want to see. And it took a while, but finally, Fight Night drew blood. And Roy Jones is looking exhausted. Both Roy Jones are like, what do I get myself into, man? Just turning into a human punching bag. Here in round 5, I accidentally drop Roy Jones. He gets up, and at the end of that round, after him taking a beating, he is just there with that swollen eye, but again, no cuts. I know cuts do exist in the game. You see there how it says swell is maxed out, but no cuts at all. But I was throwing power punches, I was throwing combos, I was throwing everything. But in this particular fight, he was not cut up. Here in round 5 in Fight Night Champion, I decided, you know what, if I'm going to accidentally drop Roy Jones in Undisputed in round 5, I'm going to do the exact same thing here in Fight Night Champion. And I did that. And as you see here on these replays, we need to see replays too in Undisputed. Come on, I want to enjoy my handiwork. But what you're seeing in this replay, you're seeing blood on the face, a big disgrace. You guys know that song. But blood on the face, blood on the chest. You're even seeing blood on the shorts and blood on Ali's shorts as well. So Fight Night Champion definitely has the edge. Look at, you're seeing blood on the canvas as well. Look at all that blood on the canvas. And this is where he's cut up a lot here. Cut up in multiple areas. Look, he's cut in between the eyebrows there. He's cut on that left side. His left eye is swollen. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that's what you want to see. And I'm going to fast forward real quick. But round 6, I was dropping Jones. I just wanted the fight to end here. But I was dropping him multiple times. I kept on trying to get up. And at this point, I could not get up. And let's take a look at Roy Jones's face in Undisputed. Here we go. And again, he has that black eye, that swollen left eye, but no cuts. And that's pretty much it. So we got to see more when it comes to the facial damage in this game. You know, I'm just being completely honest with you. I want to see more. I want to see blood. And here we go. This is round 6 in Fight Night Champion. And at this point, Jones is bloodied up. Blood on the shorts. And look at Ali. Ali's shorts, filled with blood. And right here, I'm just going for the final blow here. Final punch. Down goes Roy Jones. And now he's really leaking in multiple areas. So now you see him cut on the left side, on the right side. In between the eyebrows, like I said. He has blood on the bicep. Just blood squirting everywhere. Right here, though, it's not too much. But I feel like it's enough. Where you feel like you've dealt the damage on your opponent. You feel like, you know, your opponent is feeling your skill when it comes to the virtual boxing game. So I would say it's a win for Fight Night Champion. We knew that. But on the Undisputed side, I feel like they're improving it. I know my good buddy Jay Shep. Shoutouts to Jay Shep. Please go check out his channel. I think he did a tweet where he said that he's noticing when he's playing the game that the facial damage is improving in Undisputed. So good on them, but we need to see more, man. We need to see blood trickling down. We need to see swelling like no other. Just to feel like, you know, you're progressing in your virtual boxing match and for it to look realistic. And who doesn't like to see your opponent all swelled up and absolutely kind of messed up after a good war? But let me know your thoughts on this video. Let me know your thoughts on the comparison when it comes to the facial damage. What do you want to see improved in Undisputed? Do you feel like the facial or the visual damage is what I'm trying to say? Do you feel like the visual damage is on par to what you want to see in a boxing game? Or do you feel like they need to level up and do more? In my opinion, I feel like we need to see more, and it's going to make the game better if they just amp up the swelling. I want to see bloody noses. I want to see swollen shut eyes like we did. But I want to see hematomas. I want to see multiple cuts. And I know in Undisputed, fights could stop via cuts. I've seen that before, but I want to see it amped up a lot more. But anyways, guys, Ricky J. I'll catch you next time. Can't wait to hear your thoughts or read your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch you next time. Take care.